The city of Marysville has officially declared a state of emergency after a massive fire destroyed the historic Hotel Marysville. Just days ago, this five-story building that you see right behind me was engulfed in flames. I was here at the scene and witnessed fire shooting through every window, threatening neighboring homes and businesses. Another law enforcement agency is saying no to California's latest gun control laws. I'm here in front of Yuba County Sheriff's Office where deputies say they have no intention of criminalizing those who exercise their Constitution protected rights. Just to prove to you exactly how fast things can heat up inside of our vehicles, my phone tells me it's 87 degrees outside right now. I can even feel a really nice breeze, but inside of my car, that's a completely different story. I left a thermometer inside for only about 5 minutes, and as you can see, it's already reading at 110 degrees.
I understand you grew up in Stockton, but since then you moved to LA, you've starred in reality television like Love and Hip Hop, you've worked with well-known people like Kanye West, and now you even have your own talk show and entertainment platform in Hollywood. So I guess what my question would be is what prompted you to spin the block, if you will, come back to Stockton and run for Stockton City Council?
When you say it like that, it just sounds so wild, right?
The city of Marysville has officially declared a state of emergency after a massive fire destroyed the historic Hotel Marysville. Just days ago, this five-story building that you see right behind me was engulfed in flames. I was here at the scene and witnessed fire shooting through every window, threatening neighboring homes and businesses. It was a shocking sight as firefighters battled to contain it.
I would call it suspicious. When the crews got there, we had fire on multiple floors, so that was concerning. We're now just trying to determine with our prevention officer the circumstances and really look at it in depth.
Hotel Marysville has been a landmark in the Marysville community for almost 100 years. It hosted guests like Babe Ruth and Elvis Presley, and although it's been vacant since the 80s, there were plans to bring it back to life. Thankfully, officials said no one was hurt in the fire, but now that the flames have subsided, safety reasons call for neighboring roads and highways to remain closed. Marysville City Manager Jim Shad says the property owners, Urban Smart Growth, has not taken financial responsibility to clean up the mess, and the city, they just don't have enough resources to monitor and restore the area.
We have people that are just physically exhausted from the amount of time spent here, and so it's a matter of we just can't sustain this forever.
Since then, officials have told me that the hotel is now considered a total loss and a danger to the community. As you can see, a fence has been put up around the perimeter 100 feet in each direction because officials worry that the building could possibly collapse. The mayor tells me they have reached out to Governor Gavin Newsom for help. In Marysville, covering local news that matters, Veronica Catlin, FOX40 News. Another law enforcement agency is saying no to California's latest gun control laws. I'm here in front of Yuba County Sheriff's Office where deputies say they have no intention of criminalizing those who exercise their Constitution protected rights. The law in question is SB 2, which has unprecedented restrictions on where licensed gun holders can carry their weapons. It was signed into California law by Governor Gavin Newsom and says CCW holders can no longer bring their guns to most public places. That includes parks, bars, arenas, and a long list of other locations. Several law enforcement agencies have spoken out against SB 2, saying it's a violation of Second Amendment rights and won't be enforcing it.
This is not constitutional, in my opinion, and we'll wait for the higher courts to rule. But Our CCW holders are law-abiding citizens. They're not the ones that are committing gun violence out in our streets. And while we know there is an issue with gun violence and we all want to address it, this path is not the right path to take.
SB 2 was scheduled to go into effect on January 1st, but was blocked by a federal court. Governor Newsom says the strike down is a result of what he calls extremist judges and backs an appeal to get the law reinstated. SB 2's author, Senator Anthony Portantino, says he is, quote, optimistic that California will prevail in upholding this responsible and necessary law.
We lose certain rights, we lose our Second Amendment rights, and the other ones are going to fall pretty quickly.
Now, as you can see, there has been a lot of back and forth about the legalities of this new law, but as it stands now, SB 2 is not in effect. Now, the case is currently making its way through the court system, and it could be months before a decision is finally reached. Fox 40 will definitely be following it. In Yuba County, covering local news that matters, Veronica Catlin, Fox 40 News.